good morning, world. Good morning to you all. Happy Saturday. Thank you all for tuning in with us on what will be another fun-filled episode here with us this morning on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. We thank you for chopping it up with us, and we thank you in advance for a time that will be had. And so, yes, world, we are back like a shark attack, back like we love something, back like we ain't got no clothes on our back. And for the world is a better place in the moment when the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast is taking place. Curious, Jamar. Okay, yes, I see the live video. Okay, wonderful. Yes, wonderful. All right, it's there. And so, thank you for tuning in with us this morning as we converse about the latest sports topics that have taken place from this past week and will be upcoming this week. It is always the blast to have you all tune in to participate with us every weekend. As a reminder that every week we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast can be found on Facebook via our two Facebook pages, the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page, as well as additionally on our Early Morning Sports Talk podcast Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram at EMSTP underscore. Again, on IG at EMSTP underscore. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify is the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, and Jones, as well as our guests for that weekend. Today is May 30th, 2026. We have seen yet again another fascinating week in the sports world. But this past week, we saw the New York Knicks sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers and advance to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. Only with, unfortunately, in the midst of their rest, receiving bad news now coming out of New York as their backup center and big body, 7-foot big body, Mitchell Robinson, Jamar. His timetable has not been set for a return, but actually yesterday I ended up reading that he will play, but he will play, unfortunately, with a broken fibula, a broken finger. And so this team is now rested, and they've looked extremely impressive, however, since game 5 of the first round. But unfortunately, they received that news. And so we'll see what happens. On the other hand, on the Western Conference side, we are now set for a deciding game 7, which will take place tomorrow afternoon as the Spurs took care of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Tonight.
They have dominated them for the last couple games. Oh, really? Okay, it's
Mm-hmm.
tonight, Jamar? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know why I read yesterday that it would be in the afternoon on Sunday.
Tonight.
Okay. All right, good. Because that would allow the winner to get more rest since the finals is on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Because
Yeah.
generally, right, the finals start on Thursday. Generally, the game 7 is on Sunday. And so okay, cool, good. All right, so that take place tonight. And Jamar has picked the Spurs. I picked the Thunder. Damn, Jamar, it seems like every time me and you make picks, it comes down to a damn game 7. And so we go see what happens. And Jamar has always ended up escaping with the team, I swear. And so we're going to see what happens, man, because the Spurs, nobody expected them to be this good this fast. And so, wow, it's a lot riding on tonight. We're going to talk about it, Jamar. Will this game be decided by the superstars finally? As the question was asked last week, there's so many questions to ask. And so we look forward to talking about it. On the other hand, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, bro, they took care of business and clinched the spot yet again in the NHL Stanley Cup final after sweeping the Colorado Avalanche 4-0. And now they await the well, no, not only they not await the winner, but they will face the Carolina Hurricanes, who took care of the Montreal Canadiens and finished that series 4-1. Carolina, the last 2 games, just blew Montreal out the water. And so now we got a Carolina Hurricane, Las Vegas Golden Knights, NHL Stanley Cup. And so with that being said, introducing our brother from another mother and my partner here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, Mr. Jamar Goodman. Mr. Jamar Goodman, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. You know why? Yeah, you kind of mentioned it earlier, but the best 2 words in sports are.
Game 7.
There you go.
Yes. And so Ian might join us this morning. We'll see. And so we might have some others that might join us as well. And so good morning to Donna. Good morning to Deshaun. Let me actually bring up their comments. because it's wonderful to have comments. And so, Deshaun, yes, my bros, it's been a minute. I'm rocking with y'all through my workday. What we got on deck? Yes, we got a lot on deck, and so wonderful. Deshaun, good morning, bro. We look forward to having you on as well. Man, when you come on, of course, it's a breeze talking to sports with you, bro. So we look forward to having you on. And good morning, Donna Johnson Marshall. Good morning. Blessings. Blessings to you as well, Donna. Blessings to you as well. Yes. And so game 7. And so, man, Jamar, let's talk about it, bro. So we got the Western Conference Finals. This winner will be decided tonight. And so, thus far, what are you seeing from this series? It's a lot to dissect.
It is. All right. So to start, from what I see is, I notice if Wemby is aggressive and assertive, the Spurs are usually, coming out on top. That's what I've seen. When, for whatever reason, like in Game 5, when he was like pedestrian, it did not look well for the Spurs. So I feel like go for it.
But when you say assertive and aggressive, Jamar, my boy, are you saying hitting the shots actually? Like the ball's going in the basket and he's scoring? Or are you
I
just saying
mean,
he's pulling up shots? Because it's
no,
a
more
difference.
so. Yes. So what I'm more so like in Game 5, like the man was like hardly in the paint. Like all his shots was in the perimeter and lack
Thinking he Michael
thereof.
Jordan and shit.
Yeah, like I understand Wemby is like we know he is one of one, an alien. We call him all that, and yeah, his game may be more so of like a small forward type build, like a bigger version of Kevin Durant at times. But when you have a clear advantage as far as height, size, wingspan, and those things, and there's like Chet can't guard that, man. So it's like it's one of those to where if you
Right.
impose your will with higher percentage shots, it makes the game easier for everybody else. In Game 6, he came out. I mean, the three ball was working for the man, but he came out,
Yeah,
started hitting
game
that.
6. Mm-hmm.
Like the confidence level, you saw how pretty much it was boosted for the rest of the team. So, needless to say, like an aggressive, assertive, like Wimby, pretty much, in my opinion, makes and breaks this series. The other secondary part, I would say, is the others. Like besides Wimby, besides Shea, when you start like for the Oklahoma City Thunder, when you start having guys like because I know Mitchell and Williams are out, they're not playing Game 7, but McCain
Right.
and
Right.
um,
And so I'm gonna cover the Thunder, Jamar. I got a lot to say about the Thunder. I know you're talking about your boys right now, the Spurs. Since you're going with the Spurs, I'm going with the
all right,
Thunder.
fair
I
enough.
got a lot to
All
say
right,
about the Thunder too.
all right. So pretty much, okay. If I'm switching to the Spurs side here, the others as well for the Spurs. When you have Champagny and Vassell, um, Dylan Harper, the rookie coming off the bench, Bryant coming off the bench, rookie right there. Castle, like Fox, like those guys gotta like perform. They just gotta perform on the road. And as we
Mm-hmm.
know, role players play better at home. So it's like it's one of those to where the others for the Spurs have to be able to hit shots, have to be able to take care of the ball. I know one thing: when Fox is back in the lineup, when he wasn't there earlier, the turnovers for Castle goes down tremendously. He's not the primary ball handler anymore, per se.
Right. That's
He can
important.
rely on
Mm-hmm.
Fox. Fox, you know, pretty much not giving away, possessions like fast break points, all this, like all those little things matter. So the Spurs have, even in the losses that, in Oklahoma City or whatnot, like at times they have shown that they're resilient, but it's one of those to where they cannot put themselves in a hole on the road in the Game 7. To my understanding, Oklahoma City, if I'm not mistaken, is 4-0 all time at home for Game 7.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
therefore, if you're going to do something that hasn't been done before, like, you got to take care of the ball. Wemby has to be aggressive. The others have to show up. It just can't be a one-man show if Wemby shows up. You just have to
No, that's
continue to
not
apply the
enough.
pressure. Like,
Right.
Castle got
Yeah.
to play. Harper got to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Fox got to actually hit some shots because he wasn't hitting any shots in Game 6.
Right.
Vassell continue to
Champagny.
Champagny got to continue to hit.
Champagny.
Keldon Williams. Keldon Johnson got to
Johnson.
like everybody.
He been hoping to, both of them.
Yep. Cornette got to give you some quality minutes to when Wemby's on the bench. Like it takes
throwing them bodies as well, bro. Right. That Bryant kid, Cornell Bryant, a rookie. He been D'ing SGA and stuff. They've been throwing all type of bodies at SGA. And man, bro. Can I jump in now, Jamar?
Yes.
Bro, the Spurs got big bodies, number one. Bigger bodies compared to the Thunder. You can see the size difference. Okay. Champagny's a pretty tall dude that can hoop. Vassell's a pretty tall dude that can hoop. Stephen Castle's a pretty aggressive dude, very physical dude. Of course, we know about Victor Wembanyama. De'Aaron Fox there, he can go off at any night. I mean, that's what you bought him for, to be there, for insurance outside of, Wembanyama. You got another 7'2" center and Cornette. I mean, this team is loaded. And so I got news. I start this off to our 3 viewers. The Thunder better win now, because if they don't win now, Jamar, this Spurs team is coming, is what I'm saying, bro. And so this Spurs team is young. Victor Wembanyama, we forget, is only 22 years old. So he's a kid right now. And I know this. I know a lot about Victor Wembanyama, y'all, because I live in a French territory. He's only 22 from Bordeaux. He's going to grow and he's going to mature. So when we talking Olympics here, 2028, United States better be ready. Because Victor Wembanyama, when he gets on the court, he makes an entire team, their whole game plan change. You could have Anthony Edwards that'll bust your ass. You can have SGA. But if they can't hit layups, Jamar, and they got to shoot jump shots the whole game, what's your odds of really winning? And what's your odds of really winning a series? But that shows you just how great the Thunder is. No Jalen Williams. He comes in, literally gives the Thunder nothing. Nothing. And let's be honest, the entire playoffs, he has given the Thunder nothing. Absolutely nothing. He came in game 6, Jamar, played about 10 or 18 minutes, 2 measly points. When you saw him out there, the biggest thing I'm looking for our 3 viewers that watch sports, the one thing you're looking for is saying, hey, can SGA finally get some help, Jamar? Because they are D'ing this man up. He is tired as hell. Tired, you can tell. And I'm just looking at him like, man, I got so much respect for SGA, Jamar, because they throwing Vassell at him 1 minute, throwing Champagny at him the next minute, throwing Brian at him the next minute. I mean, just throwing all type of bodies at him. Castle at him the next minute. And so you could just tell he's like, but he's not complaining, SGA. He's level-headed. I'm like, this dude kind of remind me of Kobe a little bit. Like, just, he man. And he's been getting his points at the free throw line. And so, Jamar, this is what he did game 5. This is what he did in San Antonio, the one game they won. This is the, game 2. There's a magic number. And in my opinion, whoever reaches it first wins this game, Jamar. Whoever gets 30. I've been saying it to Ian. Ian, as my brother, he could tell you, generally whoever scores the most points wins the game. And so when you say assertive, yes, Wemby, he got to be assertive. But Jamar, I rebuttal. SGA got to be assertive. Does this game finally come down to the superstars? So SGA, he got to show us why he the MVP. This is one of the greatest matchups we're going to look at, y'all, outside of that Kings and that Lakers when we were shorties. Game 7, like we could look at maybe that 2016 between the Rockets and the Warriors. Remember that conference finals, Jamar? But this is one of the most back-to-back Western Conference Finals I've seen, where somebody throw a lick, somebody throw another lick back, somebody throw a lick, throw another lick back. And the funny thing about it is that both of these, we've been arguing for months, me, you, and Ian. Oh, yes, Wemby's the MVP. No, SGA's the MVP. No, Wemby's the real MVP. No, SGA's the real MVP. And now it comes down to game 7. And guess what? A lot of questions. In the write-up, Jamar, it was said many questions will be answered. That was intentional writing. Intentional. Yep. Because tonight it will be answered. Who's the real MVP? Who's going to advance to the finals? Who's really the best player in the world? Because many feel it's Victor Wembanyama. I'm still on the fence that it's SGA because of his experience. But I could obviously see that it's Wembanyama. I mean, 41 points, 24 rebounds. But that was when Chet Holmgren was sticking him. That was when Chet Holmgren was sticking him. They put hard. And no disrespect to Chet Holmgren.
No, that's man. No, we're disrespecting Chet Holmgren. His defense sucks. He is scared of Wemby. We know this.
What is that? We got to count. Let me tag Derek Boogie Evans, by the way. And I think we tagged Chris Ford, big Thunder fans. Daryl Boogie Evans, he gets real panicky, your boy Jamar. When the Thunder lose about 2 points, he get on Facebook and just start ranting. They can be losing about 2 points in the second quarter. Trade Chet Holmgren, trade him. I'm like, damn, bro, like it's only game 1. Like, it's a series, man. They got to make adjustments, bro. Trade Holmgren. He not it. We want Giannis. I'm like, okay. And so I can see obviously Giannis, but Hartenstein, right? He's been big in a series, Jamar.
Yes.
And since that game 2, those numbers have decreased for Wemby. He's not been getting 40 plus. I don't know if he need 40. I think he need maybe 30 to 35 tonight in order to win this series. But Hartenstein's going to have to play a role. And Chet Holmgren, we're going to have to see him grow up tonight. I don't know if it's possible. But you are still all defensive first team, and you finished second behind Wemby. Now, obviously, we all know to our viewers that was a big distance between Wemby and Chet for the voting. I mean, Chet's somewhere down here. Wemby's obviously up here. But damn it, you finished second. So you need to show people why you finished second in MVP or a defensive player of the year voting. SGA, you need to show why you finished MVP as the MVP and you won the award, because obviously Wemby got something to say about that. France USA. Well, no, he's from Canada, so that don't count. And so a lot of questions need to be answered tonight. Who's the best player in the world? That question needs to be answered tonight. And so, and it's not even to mention that you got a Knicks team that now has a center named Mitchell Robinson who got a broken finger. And so the Knicks might be sweating bullets, Jamar. We all know this, to our 4 viewers. If the Spurs win, you are like, shit. Mitchell Robinson got a broken finger. We got to face Wemby. Like, it's going to be cookies all night. What do you say? Barbecue chicken, as Ian say. Only thing Wembanyama eventually got to do is realize, hey, I don't need to be trying to be Kobe Bryant and Jordan shooting these threes. If he take it in and he get, no disrespect to Cat, but Cat, and so, it's a lot riding on tonight, man. So jump in, bro.
All right. All right. So before I jump in, I'm going to read Deshaun's comment. He said, I agree to knock up the defending champs at home. They have to have a similar game like game 6. 3 ball has to fall. Role players have to be ready in their new big 3, Castle Harper, and of course, Wemby must ball. Wemby no less than 30. Castle Harper must have about 20, and the shooters must shoot with confidence, and then maybe they may have a chance. The arena is going to be rocking OKC, and they got to play through the crowd. It's going to be good. Yeah. like the others, like
Let's talk
Wemby
about the others. Let's talk
and
about the
SGA.
others, man.
All right, let's talk about them. Like, because the stars got to come out and ball, but the others, I feel like the others in this series has made a tremendous difference.
Absolutely.
So, like for instance, what was it? Game 1 in this series, Dylan Harper, he had the superb game that helped catapult them to take the 1-0 series lead. And I know he had a hammy earlier? No, it was something. Nevertheless, in game 5, game 6, he actually came out and balled again. Castle, it just pretty much comes down to if he can not turn over the ball, they have a chance. If he, pretty much has more turnovers than assists, then you're in trouble. That's pretty much my only knock against him is just, not turning over the ball. Like if you can do that, you're fine. Fox, like I mentioned, can he hit a shot? They beat the mess out the Thunder in the last game, but he was cold from the field. Like all the shots was just going in and going out. Like, because I don't think anybody on the court can really match his speed. So that can be a key factor there. Champagne and Vassell, can they hit the three?
Them the killers, man. Them the killers. Champagne, I know this is a coming out party. That boy can hoop. Him and Vassell, they nice, man. And that's not even mention how nice Castle is. They got a cast over there, dog. They got a cast over there for real, man.
Yeah. So it comes down to, can they hit shots? Can they defend? Can they make key plays? Can they not turn over the ball? And that goes for both teams. It really does.
Right.
McCain is a freaking microwave out there.
Right. He's a microwave, but his ass is he's a J.R. Smith too. One moment he's looking good, the next minute you're like, what are you doing, Jared? And you could see and Chris Ford and Daryl Boogie Evans, I wish they was here, Jamar. You could see the body language. You could see the irritation by SGA. He's saying like, Jared, why is your ass shooting that shot? Like, but at the same time, the other team, they saying, SGA, you shooting a little too much. But SGA saying, we playing the Spurs, I gotta shoot. And so, but the reason he's doing that is because his goal, as we know everybody talk for our viewers, is to get to the free throw line. SGA gets to the free throw line and makes things all better. So we talk about keys for tonight. SGA got to continue that, Jamar. He got to get to the free throw line. He got to be the free throw merchant, as we call him. And he got to cause havoc to get some of these guys in foul trouble. It's super important for SGA because if he's shooting those jump shots, he's not going to hit a lot of them because they swarming him. And so he got to flop. If you got to mop, if you got to flop, twop, do whatever the hell you got to do, you got to get to the free throw line, SGA. It's super important for you. On the other hand, the supporting cast, he ain't got much because Jalen Williams and AJ Williams is out, and that hurt, especially for me, AJ Williams, even more than Jalen Williams. AJ Williams hurt even more, Jamar. But on the other hand, Alex Caruso, he got to show up again. He's been showing up this entire series. Game 1 had a great game. You got to have help additionally from Jared McCain. He got to have a good game tonight. He got to be a microwave, like you mentioned, Jamar. He got to be a microwave. If you get a double-double from Hardenstein, if you get a double-double from Chet Holmgren, that right there, I think, is enough to propel the Thunder at home. But additionally, if you get Jalen Williams that can hit those outside threes, those clutch, timely threes as he's been hitting, Jamar, the other Jalen Williams, if you can get him, and the other Jalen Williams is out tonight, by the way. Let's put that out there. He's out, but they haven't played with him all postseason anyway, bro. So it's not like they're going to miss him as much. But the center, Jalen Williams, if he can hit his timely threes, that's going to help. Kasem Wallace, if he can hit some outside threes, you talking about Champagne, you talking about Vassell, he needs to hit some of those outside threes for the Thunder in order for them to have a chance tonight and do what they need to do at home. And then additionally, if you can get any type of contribution from the other Williams, it's another Williams. But if you can get some contribution from the other Williams guy from the outside, then this would help the Thunder as well. But it all starts with SGA, in my opinion, Jamar. It all starts with SGA. If SGA can get to the free throw line, it makes things reasonable. And as long as his supporting cast can hit some threes, then the Thunder should be able to take care of business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you work hard in the regular season so that you can have home court come game 7 in a pivotal moment like this. That's why you work hard, Jamar, in the regular season.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
we gonna see.
Yeah, man. On the other hand, man, how about the Knicks, bro? They out here just sweeping folks, making it look easy, man. Is the West just that is the East just that weak, or the Knicks that good? Because that's just the question I've been kind of coming up with, man. Because
I think the Knicks are just that good. But they won 10 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. 10. I think 10 or 11 in a row. I think it's 10.
11 in a row. It's 11. Because they were down 2-1 against the Hawks. They lost 2 games in a row by 1 point.
You're right. So 3-2. Yep. 11. 11 in a row. And look, we talked about the Knicks before the season started. Like, this is their year. Like, you gotta make the most of this. And Lord and behold, like Mike Brown did get them to the finals. So I apologize, Mr. Brown. You did what you're supposed to.
He answered that question, right? He answered that question.
He did. I own up to it. I apologize. He actually pushing the right buttons for this team. And honestly, regardless of who they face, I think they have a legitimate chance of winning. I do.
Absolutely, man. Corey Lockwood, good morning. He just mentioned time. He said Knicks clinch at the right time. But why, Corey? Is it because the Knicks clinched in order to get rest? Is that what you're saying? The fact that they clinching now. This would be, by the way, if doing my math, 23 days, they've been played 4 games, Jamar.
Correct.
That's sitting pretty good on rest to our 5 viewers. 4 games in 23 days. Regardless of who win this series tonight, the Knicks should be favored in game 1, bro.
You would think, but nevertheless, Knicks, like the defensive intensity picked up, the ball moving on offense, just the level of aggression. They're playing for one another. Like early in the playoffs,
they play for one another for sure, and you can see it.
Yep. Mikal Bridges early on in the playoffs was brick city. All of a sudden, he looking good. OG Anunoby, he went out with an injury early on, but the fact that they had plenty of time in between series, he's competent again. He's looking like the third best player on the team. Sometimes even the second, depending on what's going on. Brunson playing on a different level.
Anunoby,
they are legit. Like, they're legit. I know earlier in the year when they played the Spurs in the Cup, they actually match up well against the Spurs. And I understand Mitchell Robinson with a broken, it's a pinky. Like, if you don't tape the thing up and just go out there and play, like, I ain't trying to.
Right.
I don't want to hear any excuses.
That's what he's gonna do. That's what he's gonna do. It's the finals, man. You got to tape that up, dog. You got to tape that up. And plus, it ain't like he's gonna be out there shooting 3-pointers anymore.
Right, dude. Your job is to rebound and play defense. That's it. Like, and your free throw percentage is so terrible, it ain't gonna make it any worse. So heck, it might help out. It might help. So Corey said, they started getting Cat involved and stopped worrying about who was doing what and just hooping. Yeah, just hoop.
Yeah.
Just go out there and play. I mean, heck.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Oh no, I was I mean, game 1 against the Cavs pretty much summed up, what this team is about. I mean, heck, Cavaliers had them up 22 with just a little over 7 minutes left in the game. Then all of a sudden, Jalen Brunson just went out there and started hooping. There's nothing you could do about that. And then all of a sudden, the threes start rolling and the defense start picking up. Like, they just go out there and hoop. And every other game since then, I mean, blowing these teams out the water. I really believe it's more so great Knicks as opposed to bad East. I mean, did they catch a couple breaks? I mean, sure. I mean, but heck, they battled their own, injuries and stuff as well. They fought through it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes. And so for the Knicks, bro, we all know that Bronson's going to do his thing, but for the Knicks, like you mentioned, the others, Jamar, it's been the others for the Knicks too. And
Yep.
so OG Anunoby for me has been the second best player. He's been so consistent this entire playoffs. And you throw in Mikal Bridges, who, yes, we've criticized. Man, you gave up 5 draft picks for this man. 5 draft picks. But one thing now we can say about Mikal Bridges is this. Yes, BJ. One thing we can say about Mikal Bridges is this. Number one, he wins. Look, think about his resume, Jamar. He wins. And he's going back to the finals again. And so he's the ultimate team player. He get out there, he defend, he hit timely shots. He's high energy. And most importantly, unlike Jalen Williams, he's available. And so I hear about the 5 draft picks, but we got to start giving Mikal Bridges flowers more so than criticism. And then, you mentioned Josh Hart, these other guys, man. Josh Hart, man, got heart, defender, all these other wonderful things. They got little pieces over here in New York, and these others really has been the key in New York because Jalen Brunson is going to get his. It's the others, man, that's been showing out. And so this team with a lot of rest, regardless of who they play, I think they should be a valuable threat for game one because of how they're playing, because of the rest, etc. And these two teams, the Spurs and Thunder, have been beating each other up for quite some time. And so I'm not saying that they're going to come in and beat the Spurs or Thunder bad, but, perhaps by next Saturday, bro, we come in. Hopefully, we should be looking at a series where it's at least 1-1, possible. And so, because the Spurs and Thunder, they'll have home court, and games 3 and 4 be in Madison Square Garden. And so that'd be another element in itself, because one thing we do is we predict on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast games 3 and 4 in New York. That damn stadium gonna be so loud, and I'm quite sure it's gonna be people outside of the stadium. It's gonna be a pretty intimidating environment. They've been waiting this moment for years in New York, and they if we got a chance to win a chip, it's now. It's now. It's now. It's now. And again, like I said for the Thunder, you better win now, New York, because the Spurs and these other teams, even the Thunder, they're going to have draft picks. They're going to get better, bro. They're going to get better. And so we could be looking at these teams, Spurs and Thunder, for years to come, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the beginning. This is really just the beginning. And so, yeah, man, Mitchell Robinson, it would have been nice to have his hand, but at the same time, he don't score much. So if he could just be out there and be a body, you need him at least to be on that court. You definitely need him to be on the court. So, not much to say about the Knicks, bro. I mean, we kind of just broke it down. The Cavaliers look like crap. For me, they didn't belong in the conference finals. And that's no disrespect to Detroit. But yeah, somebody had to go to the conference finals, Jamar. Somebody. And so, yeah.
I mean, Detroit would have been a better matchup against the Knicks. I mean, Detroit has played the Knicks well this year, but Detroit couldn't handle business on their home court. So, I mean,
inexperience too. Yeah, they blew it. Inexperience, man. Inexperience. Yep. And so, and in Detroit, they gonna need some help. For Cunningham, he not gonna be able to take them to the mountaintop by himself, bro. This ain't the old days. This is a big 3 era, man. You need multiple guys that you can rely on. And so, thanks to LeBron now, teams realize they need multiple guys. And just having a superstar thinking he just gonna take you there. It works with the Thunder, but the Thunder is the outlier, Jamar, because they got some guys that's gonna be stars soon. And so, I think AJ Williams could be a star soon. Jalen Williams, maybe.
I mean, so I feel like in this day and age, 2 stars and pretty good supporting cast. So like
that's enough too, because Boston got it done with the 2. But no,
yeah.
they had Drew Holiday too, really.
Yeah, but
They had
your main
Porzingis
two,
too, really.
yeah, I mean that's the supporting cast. I mean your main two was Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Then you had a pretty good supporting cast.
Man, but having Porzingis and Drew Holiday as a supporting cast,
that is luxury. That was a luxury supporting cast. I mean, the Knicks are not built different. I mean, you got Jalen Brunson and you got Karl Anthony Towns, but you got a pretty damn good supporting cast.
Absolutely, with Anunoby and Josh Hart,
Bridges and Hart and
Bridges,
Robinson, and McBride off the bench, like Jordan Clarkson on the team, like they got a whip. I mean, the Thunder, I mean, you mentioned they got Shea. Your second one was supposed to be Chet Holmgren. You drafted a number 1 overall pick. I mean, I don't think
that's who I forgot to mention, Chet Holmgren. He's getting the accolades now, Jamar. All-Star team, All NBA team. I think it was 3rd team this year. All NBA 3rd team. Defensive Player of the Year, 2nd place. Right? It's supposed to have been Chet, but you got Jalen Williams. You got AJ. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, but pretty much. I mean, that's been the formula lately, especially since they changed salary cap rules and second aprons and stuff. You can't comprise like true big 3 teams anymore. It's not even in anybody's benefit. So you gotta like GMs lately have to like get creative and figure this thing out a different way. As like any sports, like you got to learn how to adapt to what's going on right now. So. Nevertheless, these 3 teams that's left, I mean, they figured out the blueprint. It's just a matter of who's going to be the best one out the 3.
Yeah. Corey Lockwood stated Detroit definitely needs someone else who can create their own shot. Plus, guys have to hit their open shots. Absolutely, Detroit. Yeah, they need somebody to help Cade Cunningham badly. Absolutely. And I got this. It can't be Tobias Harris. No disrespect to Tobias Harris. We stated that on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. Remember, Jamar? But, he proved us wrong. I mean, after I stated that not you guys, but he proved me wrong. After I stated that, he was playing basketball a little bit. I guess he was watching the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast.
I mean, he was hooping. He was hooping. But, however, Tobias Harris cannot be your second best player in the team. It just can't.
No, you can't. No. And sometimes you got to realize, and Corey Lockwood is a coach, and you play basketball, I play basketball. Some guys can get you some buckets on the offensive end, but you could really expose them on the defensive end too. And so, you mentioned like, for instance, James Harden can get you buckets for Cleveland, but you can totally expose him on the defensive end. Donovan Mitchell can get you buckets on the offensive end. It could look pretty, but it could look shitty too, Donovan Mitchell. But on the other hand, you can definitely expose him on the defensive end. And so, Detroit, they need somebody that can create their own shot. And I think they need somebody that's a rough rider defensively. If you could get both, that'd be nice. But even with Detroit and their makeup and their DNA of the defensive team, if you can just get a pure scorer, that'd be great. Jamar mentioned, I think you mentioned they need a 2 guard. For me, I would like to see them have a big that can scratch the floor, that can shoot the 3. No disrespect to Isaiah Stewart. He out there trying to wrestle and shit, fight people, get technical fouls. Ain't really scoring no points. Don't get me wrong, though. He's a monster defensively. He looking to block your shot, and he looking to rebound. And that's nice, Jamar. But no disrespect to Jalen Duran, but I'm not looking at Jalen Duran as some big muscle man looking like he the world's strongest man to go out there and give me 25 points consistently. Nope. He can go out there, be a big body, get you some rebounds, get you a double-double, but I'm not looking for him to give me 20 and 10 every night. It's asking a lot for Jalen Duran. especially in the playoffs. And so if you could get
Yeah,
a
that
two
man got
guard, if you can
exposed.
get, yeah, he definitely got exposed. And so if you can get somebody that can scratch the floor, big that can shoot that 3-pointer, and maybe pair them up with a Jalen Duran and then ship out Isaiah Stewart. I think that makes Detroit better, and it'll take some pressure off Cade Cunningham. But if you got some shooting guard out there that's trying to do the same shit Cade Cunningham doing, then the defenses collapse towards both of them. It'll make it
So
because
I
Cade Cunningham, he no spot up guy. He not a spot up. He not a Klay
no,
Thompson. He not a Steph Curry. He's
no, he's a
a
playmaker.
I need the ball in my hand. He's a playmaker, which is why I figured they need a big that can shoot the three,
I
that can
mean,
spot up.
also, if a Stuart Thompson can ever just learn how to shoot a ball, that'll help. Like heck, like
It would absolutely help, but he don't, Jamar.
that's the like go link up with lethal
That's the
shooter or something. Go
reality,
learn how to shoot. Like you can't even hit free throws. Like you great on defense,
right?
but you a liability on offense. It's like playing 4-on-5 on offense. It's not good.
Right.
It's not.
And yeah, if Isaiah Stewart out there breaking it up and Tobias Harris is out there volatile as the stock market, if Tobias Harris is out there as volatile as the the CBOE volatility index, Shamar, if he out there is volatile, one good game here, bad game the next, then you really just rely on Cade. And so I know we talking the conference finals, NBA playoffs, but I don't know how we ventured into Detroit or some ADHD stuff, but they truly, truly need some help in Detroit, and then I think they'll be a legit threat. Just like, for instance, even Jamar, in my opinion, Minnesota, I think Anthony Edwards needs some help.
Oh, yes.
No disrespect to Rudy Gobert, he's a nice defensive guy, but he can't score the ball. He can't. If you get a double out of Rudy Gobert, Jamar, that's a luxury. You get a double out of Rudy Gobert, you probably win the basketball game. Literally, you probably win the game. But if you got Julius Randle out there, Jamar, who again thinking he Michael Jordan, and he got guys like Champagnie sticking him that's way smaller, but he don't know how to take them in the hole. He don't know how to be aggressive, get under the basket. You leave Anthony Edwards out there pretty much on the island to do a lot of the work. And so Julius Randle not fulfilling his potential. So Minnesota's another team that need help. Cleveland, they spent all that money, Jamar, all that money. And they're in an interesting spot because for me, they need bigger bodies. I like Jared Allen. I like Evan Mobley, but Evan Mobley needs to get in the weight room. He's too skinny. And him battling with Jalen Duran, him battling with a Wembanyama, he ain't got a chance. And so it's a lot. It's just a lot happening. And so, anywho, man, bro, that's the NBA conversation. You got anything else from the NBA, bro?
No, I'm just ready for the game tonight and the NBA finals to start on Wednesday. This is when it's the beginning of the end. When the finals games are every 3 days, it drags out. And then, shortly after there's the NBA draft and free agency, and pretty much it gets quiet. So I guess enjoy the good basketball while we get it.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of basketball, hit on the Sky a little bit. Man, I wish Corey was still here, but the Sky, bro, they've been on a losing streak lately. They missed Rickea Jackson bad.
Big time. That was critical.
Yeah, now you don't have a reliable scorer really, and you asking for Natasha Cloud and these other guys to be, these other women to be scorers, and it's not really their professional DNA. They're more defenders and they get buckets, but they're not somebody you can just say, hey, go put the ball in the basket. So The Sky 3-5. I'm worried, Jamar. But we don't have Sloop back yet. We don't have Carrington back yet. We still don't, Jock West has been out. So injuries, really. And so if we can get our health back and we start eventually playing some pancake teams, then they can get some wins, Jamar. But right now, yeah, it's looking rough. And so hopefully they can get some games against the Connecticut Sun and some other teams, and they can get some wins. But right now they playing a lot of good teams, and that's just it. Um, okay, yeah, Corey's here. Yeah, the injuries are piling up. It's tough. Yeah, the injuries are definitely piling up, and I hate to see Gabriella get hurt. I hate to see her get hurt. But I know she day to day, and I tell you this, Corey. I never liked Tyler Marsh from the start. Just like Jamar never liked Tony La Russa when he got hired, from the very start, I never understood why they fired Teresa Weatherspoon, Jamar, and just fired her like she didn't have this team on the verge of the playoffs in her first season with a very young team, by the way, that played very hard. Was on the verge of the playoffs that rookie year. She just got fired. Yeah, don't get me started on Cardosa. Julius Randle is Jamar's irritation. I like Cardosa, but she just don't want it, Corey. She don't want it. She not hungry. Like she run around like shit sweet. Excuse my French. Run around, post down the court like it's just like she in Brazil or something. Like it's just a vacation. She on the beach in Guadalupe. She on the beach on Lakeshore Drive. And it's not that. This is a very competitive league. And these 14 teams, it ain't no slack. You could lose any night in the WNBA, Jamar, because these are pretty good teams, even the expansion teams. And so she needs to get her motor up, and she needs to develop. We said it prior to the season, all three of us, everybody. The season of the Sky going to depend on her. And if she ain't getting her motor up, then it ain't going to be too much smooth sailing for the Sky. She's the key. She's the one that got the keys. But if she ain't getting her motor up and she ain't being the leader, and if she ain't definitely doing what she need to do on the defensive end, then it ain't looking too good for the Sky. And so, we had our expectations prior to the season. It's a long season, Jamar. It's 40-some games. It's only 8 games into the season, right? So you don't want to hit a panic button yet. But you don't want to let this thing go out of hand. And so Tyler Marsh, I'm here to say it. If the Sky have a terrible season, he's getting fired before the end of the season, Jamar.
Hey, let it happen.
Yeah. It'll probably be in the coming. If it'll be probably be in the coming weeks. If they continue to lose the way they lose, Corey, we're gonna look up maybe 2-3 weeks from now. We're gonna be out of there. Yeah. And so because Teresa never really deserved to get fired in the first place anyway. And so let me know what you guys think about the Sky, Corey, because it's a lot to be said. Leaving Natasha Cloud up there and Skylar them. Skylar didn't play last night, but leaving Natasha Cloud and them out there, no. Azura Stevens has come back and she's getting her motor up too. Let's keep that in mind. She's getting her motor up. She just returned. This her second game. But she needs time to get her motor up. The injuries, Cardosa not reaching her potential, and then you got Tyler Marsh coaching the team. It's just a lot happening. So we'll see how things progress. On the other hand, FYI, Jamar, I don't know if you know about this, and to our viewers, but the World Cup is coming up next month, bro. You know that,
excited.
Right?
Very excited.
Yes, sir. And we are hosting it, the United States. And so it'll be throughout the East Coast, West Coast, various places throughout the country you'll find games. But right now I want to talk about the Champions League final. This is big over here, fellas. It's between PSG and Arsenal. Arsenal is coming, I believe, out of the UK, out of London. and PSG is Paris Saint-Germain. They won the Champions League last year. I remember watching it. And so right now they're trying to go back to back. And so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with this team. Dembele is injured, and that's unfortunate, but I believe he should play. He's what do you say? We say in football, he's questionable. And so he still should play and come out there on some basis. He's a great defender. He's the Dior Award winner. Dior in French is gold, Jamar. Like, you win that award, you're gold in football, you see, or soccer. And so, that's today. That's at noon. And so I know a lot of people here in Guadeloupe, everywhere going to be watching that game at 12 p.m. On the other hand, Arsenal, they've been a very familiar team too, been in that very competitive. And so this Champions League is more so a European thing, bro. And it's deciding who's the best team in Europe. And so it's going to be very interesting to see who wins this, but just want to put that out there, man. Additionally, bro, Cubs, White Sox, Cubs, they've been losing badly. But they've kind of rebounded the last couple games. And so it's good to see them kind of get their mojo back. But on the other hand, bro, your White Sox is hot. They've been heating up. And they soon look like they're going to pass the Cubs as far as the better record. Probably by this week or next week. And so the Cubs struggling, White Sox ascending, and that's a good thing to see from the White Sox. Right now, the White Sox are first place in the AL Central, and that's a really, really good thing. No, excuse me, they're second place. And, they're doing good things. And so hopefully they continue to do what they're doing. On the other hand, the Cubs in the NL Central, they're third place, and only one game above the White Sox in the record column. And so, but the Brewers right now are dominating the NL Central. And so that's our White Sox and our Cubs update. Champion League's final tonight. We talked about the NBA playoffs. Obviously, we broke that down to the core. But in the midst, as I wait for Jamar, as we finish up the podcast, I do want to state this. With the Cubs, their season has been a volatile season. It's been actually periods to where they won 10 straight. And then, as odd as it sounds, guys, they've lost 10 straight. And then won 10 straight. And so it's like, I don't know. I've never seen any volatility like that before. But hopefully the Cubs can do good again. And they can win some games and do well. And go from there. But on the other hand, the White Sox are looking like the bright spot. We expected the Cubs to be winning. We expected the Cubs to fight for the NL Central. We expected the Cubs to be somewhere in the wild card or win the NL Central. We expected that. But the White Sox, people expected the White Sox to suck. And so the fact that the White Sox are doing what they're doing, second place in their division, Munetaka Murakami, is literally he's second place in home runs, by the way, which is a wonderful thing. But he's turning out to soon be probably one of the best players in the MLB. So it's good things coming off the South Side. It's good things coming out of the South Side.
I just I don't know if you said it or not. I just hate the fact that he got injured last night with a hamstring, so he's gonna be out a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I heard about it. But it's a long season, and
It,
so
it
you know,
is.
yeah,
They've been balling. Vargas, they walk off. He's been slugging. Montgomery, Miradov, Romo at times. Uh, they got some hitters. They got some young, exciting players. It's fun to watch. They play hard every day, and that's all I can ask for.
right,
In all
hmm
seriousness, even the pitching's
right.
been better this year by far. So
Yes, and the good thing about it is it's a long season, and so Murakami should be, he should be back very shortly, 2 3 weeks. But additionally, if the Sox continue at their trajectory, I think, bro, they can challenge for the division and definitely challenge for the wild card. And so, if Sox continue to they do continue to do what they're doing, we could actually see the White Sox in the playoffs again, y'all, which would be fantastic. And so, good things coming off the South Side, bro. Volatility, bad things coming off the North Side right now. But curious, bro. You got anything, Jamar? Anything from Jamar?
oh yeah, I got some fun here for us.
All right.
Since the NBA is a hot topic here. Um, we gonna play a game. I'm gonna share the screen real quick. Um,
All
we're
right.
gonna do this one together. Um,
Okay.
and I might have more of these things in the future too. All right, give me a sec. We about to have some fun, and then if the people that's watching they want to chime in as well, because this is gonna take a group effort here. So, uh, discovered this website actually this morning, and I did a couple of these things already. Um, and it's just pretty much testing your knowledge here. All right, pretty much this here we're gonna not we're gonna see if we can name the top 25 all-time scorers in the NBA. Are you ready?
Yes.
We'll start.
Is there any specific order?
No, they just need the top 25, and they'll let us know if we got it wrong or right.
All right. LeBron,
Got that
Kareem
one.
Abdul-Jabbar,
Yep.
Bill Russell.
Are we sure about Bill Russell?
Okay, not Bill Russell. Okay,
I'm gonna
just
go.
championships. Okay. Okay. We got to put
Michael
Michael
Jordan.
Jordan, of course. I was going there. Um,
Um,
I'm thinking,
I'm gonna go Dirk real quick.
okay, Dirk. Okay, Stephen Curry.
And this is and I would say this is by points. So I think it's a top 25 all-time leading scorers. So just keep that in mind.
Right. Moses Malone.
I don't know if he's up there.
Okay.
Oh, good hit. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Um, Carm-
Tim Duncan?
hmm,
No.
let's see. Yep. Um,
Okay. Is
Kevin
that
Durant.
Carmelo? Yeah, KD.
Yeah. Let me
Melo?
go. Yeah, let's go Carmelo. See on here. Okay. All right. So
James
you got.
Harden?
I would imagine. No, he doesn't. Ugh. All right, we got 11 so far. Shaq,
Um, yeah.
Carmel.
Morning, Jeremy. Morning, bro. You say Carmelo? Yes, you got to put Carmelo.
Hold on. All
What
right.
about Larry?
Oh, he better be on here. No, no
Uh,
Bird.
no Bird. Wow. Okay.
Allen Iverson.
Okay.
No.
No, what about I said Tim Duncan, but what about what about Magic?
I don't think so.
No. Don't put Magic. He's not an all-time scorer. No. What about Hakeem?
You try it. Yeah.
What about did you track Kevin Garnett already?
I didn't. Good hit.
What about
Would,
Reggie? Maybe Reggie.
if not Reggie, then I was gonna say Dwayne Wade, maybe. No Reggie.
Okay, D Wade. I can see D Wade.
See up there? Nope.
Nope, no D Wade. Let's see who else from Miami, from that franchise. No, no Anthony Hardaway. No. Let's think of all these Lakers, bro. What about Wilt? Yeah, Wilt gonna be on that. Wilt gonna be on that. What about Jerry West?
I don't think so, but let's see. No.
Okay.
I would say probably aim for anybody that played in the league after, I would say at this point, the 80s, maybe 1980 and up, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
What about shoot?
I don't want to say T Mac or Vince. Not Vince. Not Vince.
I don't think
But
T Mac either.
You don't think T Mac either?
Mm-mm.
What about Isaiah
Thomas?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Let's see.
What about Scotty? No.
I don't think so. I mean, who's been a certified bucket getter for? Wait, what about Ray Allen? No.
What about Paul Pierce?
Oops. Yep.
What about because Paul Pierce, he gets disrespected so much. Paul Pierce.
I feel like we're missing.
Nigga was a killer, Jamar. The nigga was a killer, an assassin. He gets so much disrespect.
I feel like we're missing a couple people that's obvious.
But how many we got, bro? Oh, we got 17 out of 25. Okay, so we got 8 more. That should be easy. What about we thinking of let's think of all the Boston legends, dog.
But I mean, if Larry's not on there,
right? Larry's not on there. That's crazy.
Then I can't imagine anybody else will be on there besides Paul Pierce.
What about Bill Russell? You said no for Bill Russell. We never put him in. Okay. What about we got to think of some big men.
What about
Charles Barkley?
Nope.
No.
Clyde Drexler?
What about not Clyde Drexler, but the other guy? We tried Reggie Miller already, right?
Yeah.
What about Patrick Ewing? No. What about let's see. I don't think Klay Thompson ain't up there, no. You think Steve Nash, maybe?
I don't think he scored enough, but we can see. Nope. Like who's been playing? Part of me wants to say Vince Carter because he played 22 years, I think. Maybe longevity got him
Right.
up there. Yep.
Yep. Longevity. Yeah. So that's 18. And so
Like who just
we put LeBron first, right?
yeah.
Okay.
We probably I feel like we're missing some obvious names and it's making me upset.
Right. I'm trying to think too of some of those great teams. No, Penny Hardaway didn't play long enough.
Just
No. Dominique Wilkins didn't score the ball enough. All right.
what
Yes.
about
Yes.
Wes Unseld? No.
Yeah, that's Wes Unseld or
Alex English. I'm just curious because they Alex English.
yep. What about Archibald, Nate Archibald? And what about Nate Thurman? Okay. What about
on Eddie Johnson? Nope.
what about because I think a lot of this is old school now, bro. A lot of this is old school.
Bernard King.
Bernard King. What about Giannis? Think he up there already? No.
Who's been
Luca? No.
George?
We tried Kevin Garnett already, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kobe.
What about David Robinson?
Worth a try. Nope.
Okay. Thomas. Let's see. Oh, not Robert Horry. Let's see. Sacramento.
Mavericks. Rockets.
Who was the greatest player in Cleveland history outside of LeBron?
Good question. You got Price, you got Harper, you got Big Z. I don't think neither one of them scored enough.
Right, Harper, no. Mark Price, no. Big Z, no. Anybody from that Vancouver, Memphis line? No. Sharif Abdul-Rahim, no. Nobody from that lineage, no. We tried the big guys from San Antonio already. You think Kawhi?
No, he been too injured.
Right. From the Houston lineage, the big guy. Clyde Drexler, we put him already.
Yep, already.
We tried Charles Barkley already.
Yeah.
Tried Scottie Pippen already. From the Bulls. Julius Erving is a really good one. That was a really good one. New York. So
I mean, did
Um,
Bernard King, did Patrick Ewing.
John Starks wasn't a scorer. So,
Already got Carmelo.
right. What about for the Nets organization? Jason Kidd, no, he's great in
Mm-mm.
assists, but
We already did Vince Carter. Dr. J, we
right.
just tried.
Penny Hardaway didn't play long enough.
Not at all.
So Dominique Wilkinson scored the ball enough. He was a great highlight film, but Joe Johnson, no, he didn't play long enough. Yeah. So from that Hawks line, from Charlotte, only person really Glenn Rice and then Dale Curry, but
Not enough.
not enough. Denver. What about the Joker? He not up there. He ain't been playing long enough. And then we mentioned Carmelo. Matumbo, no, not a scorer. So not him. Milwaukee, those guys, Giannis and Jennings, no way. No. So Milwaukee, no. Memphis, no. Nobody from that lineage, no. Phoenix, we mentioned Steve Nash. Jason Kidd,
Yeah, Devin Booker hasn't played long enough.
no. Portland, Clyde Drexler. No, those guys didn't play long enough. Too many injuries. Sacramento, no. Vlade, no.
What?
Mike, no.
What about Mitch Richmond? Nope. Yeah, if we by the time that clock hits 17 and we ain't got nothing, I'm gonna just hit the give up button.
Right. Well, in this case, let's just go to Google and let's see what we missed.
If that's the case, I might as well just hit the give up button. Because they'll tell us.
Oh, it's gonna tell us?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take down Google then. All right. So let's take it down. And so, yeah.
This point, it definitely got
now. Once again, it ain't Dominique Wilkins, bro.
I mean, well, I never tried it, but let's see.
Gotta be Dominique Wilkins.
There you go.
All right.
I don't think he would be, but yeah. There we go.
You know who else was a hooper? Elvin Hayes. Remember him?
Yeah. I can remember how to spell his name.
Elvin.
There we go.
Yep.
What about George Gervin?
Iceman. We got Karl Malone. John Stockton ain't up there.
I wouldn't think, but then again, you never know with longevity with him. Nope.
What about DeMar, bro?
DeRozan?
Yeah, that nigga was a bucket.
Maybe. Good one. Really good one. Good job.
Yeah, man. I know he can. He's always been a bucket. I'm just thinking of bucket getters.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I know he was a bucket his whole career. Who else been a bucket their whole career, Jamar?
Jamal Crawford, but I don't know if he's at this point. Why not? Nope.
Right. What about so we did Kevin Durant. What about Russell Westbrook?
Good
Voila.
job.
Yeah.
2 more.
So we got all the Thunder guys. Joker, it got to be one of the guys that we think ain't there, but probably already eclipsed. What about Joker? No. Okay. And we tried Giannis already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we tried man, I'm trying to think. What about Vinny the Heater? Vinny Johnson. I think it's Vinny.
It's not even popping up. Is it VI? No. You spell this dude's name. That's Microwave, right? Vinny Microwave.
Yeah. Vinnie.
Yeah, but it's not even. For whatever reason, it won't even pop up. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah. So if he ain't popping up, he probably ain't there. Um, what about some of these other Celtics legends, man? I'm trying to think of the brother with the freckles. He was light skinned. I know his face.
What? Dennis Johnson?
Dennis Johnson. What about him?
Did he score like that?
What
Speaking of
about
Johnsons, what about Kevin Johnson?
Kevin Love?
I doubt it, but let's try it.
Um, hmm. Joe Johnson? No. Maybe we can try for one more, bro. One more. Um, hmm. I'm trying to think old school. And maybe you can think new school. Um, I'm thinking of some of these Celtics legends, some of these Hall of Famers. What are some of the white face Celtics legends that I might not be mentioning that played with Bill Russell or that scored a lot of points outside of him?
Bob Cousy, Bob Pettit, John
Okay,
Hackwood.
what about some of these guys? What about them? Can we try all three of them? Voila. Voila. Havlicek is there. What about Kuzi? Okay. So we got one more. Havlicek. What other white guy was a bucket back in the day? That played against, he played against Garbage Man back in the day. What about Mark Price?
I don't think so, but all right. I say 3 more guesses and we hit the button at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna make it count then. So, New York, Philly, Cleveland, Detroit, Milwaukee, Bulls, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. Women's organization. Greatest in the Supersonics, no. Trailblazers, no. Grizzlies, no. Jazz. Not Jeff Hornacek? No.
I seriously doubt that one.
Right. Stephon Marbury?
You can try it. I don't think it, but
Okay.
all right, 2 more
What
guesses.
about Williams. We tried Tracy McGrady, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Did we try? We tried Reggie Miller, right?
Mm-hmm. What about Damian Lillard?
Let's try Damian Lillard. That was a good one.
All right, one more.
SGA, no. Let's see. Who else? One of those old school guys we ain't thinking of, bro. Think of an old school hooper. Perhaps an old school hooper that won championships.
Like what? Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish. Want to try one of them?
Yeah, let's try Kevin McHale.
All right, this be our final one. Let's see.
Or Robert Parrish. Both.
Which
try
one?
both.
All right.
Both.
And
what about Oscar Robertson? Oscar Robertson. That's it, Jamar. That's it, bro. That's it. I'm sitting there saying, like, we got to try old school. How do we forget Oscar Robertson, one of the greatest point guards of all time, bro?
It happens.
Come on, bro. How do we forget Oscar Robertson, one of the greatest point guards of all time, bro? Arguably the greatest point guard of all time. Like, wow. Okay, voila. That's it, bro. Come on. I'm like, I know we got enough knowledge to do this, bro. I know we got enough. Like, yeah. And so, yeah. All right, cool. And so, man, bro, that was a good exercise, bro.
Definitely, we'll definitely have more in the future.
Man, you definitely sharpening the knowledge here. And so, man, I appreciate that, bro. Yes. And so you guys see the wonderful exercise from Jamar here. And so a wonderful exercise, bro. So yes, support this screen, support us. This is what we do. We are sports fanatics. It's what we do. And so support this screen, go to Venmo. We got merchandise, we got clothing, and we got great sports conversation. We love for you to come on with us. And so support this screen. Yes. And so, bro, any final thoughts or shout outs as we head into the weekend?
Man, Game 7. Enjoy that.
Right.
Heck, on Wednesday, let's enjoy the Game 1 of the NBA Finals. And I mean, other than that, I don't know. Like, I mean, we pretty much knocking on the door of June. Summer's here, so I'm enjoying it. You all enjoy too.
Yep. And so, yeah, man, I go along with your sentiments. And you know, my daughter's birthday was on the 26th. She turned 6, Gracie. And tomorrow here is actually Mother's Day, which is cool. Champion League's final is today. So huge day over here in France. Game 7, man, two big words. And you know, the weather's getting warm out there in the city, man. So everybody be safe. And from there, man, just enjoy life. And so yeah, bro, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate all you do, man. I really, really do. And so, yes, and with that being said, on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we would like to say thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Continue to chop it up with us and support our podcast on various platforms. And if you are and would love to talk sports with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we are here and would love to do so with you. Your love support is truly appreciated. We hope you all have a blessed